Previously on Flashpoint. This is Flashpoint episode 51, part 2. Drowned corpses floating everywhere while Aquaman swims through the sunken city of Rome. Such a horrible sight, death and destruction. The beauty this city once held only reminds Arthur of his humanity, which he just traded away for this kind of power, this kind of destruction. But mostly, it reminds him of Mera, the queen that was taken from him. Arthur is empty, nothing but rage inside the Aquaman. He retreats, there's no time for sentiment, and there is still a war at hand. Sinking Western Europe was a massive victory, but the war just began. Dr. Vulko, the creator of their weapon, welcomed Aquaman to the ship. He solicits feedback from the king. What worries Aquaman is the state of the power source of their weapon, but Dr. Vulko assures the king that the weapon is in perfect health, so to speak. Days later, General Rodon reports to the Aquaman that the geopulse emitter did sink half of Europe, but the Amazon managed to avoid being drowned. He reports the reason was because of the metahuman Terra Markov, sister of Brion, the Markovian king. They both possess the same powers, and she was recruited by the Amazons just days after King Brion contacted Atlantis. The general is happy to report they have her location, and with the king's approval, he will send a kill team to eliminate her, so they won't be able to avoid the next attack. The king just swims away without saying a word. Orm orders the general to stand down and goes to speak along with his brother, the king. Arthur stares at the geopulse emitter in silence. Orm wants to know why Arthur is acting in this manner. Could it be because he was overwhelmed when swimming through Rome? Or maybe because he's still grieving for Mera? But Aquaman explicitly tells Orm not to mention her name, ever. Orm states that no matter how things ended for Mera, she played her part very well. When she insisted on interrogating the assassins, Brion pleaded for their lives. Mera's water lance didn't even penetrate the soldier's armor, but Brion was too distracted to notice. And so were you. Mera convinced Brion to buy into the mutual defense pact between Atlantis and Europe, while Vulko's scan allowed him to build the emitter. Arthur would have chosen another path, but according to Orm, there were no other paths to take, especially after what they did to the queen. Orm tells Arthur not to dwell in regret, that King Brion is more useful to Arthur as a forced weapon rather than an ally. The sooner they get a chance to use the emitter again, the better. Orm needs Arthur to snap out of it and make the Amazons pay for what they did to Mera. Arthur reminds Orm not to mention her name ever again. Aquaman tells Ocean Master to get up and ready the armada. The king stopped feeling sorry for himself. It's time to take out Terra, and after, they will win the war using the geopulse emitter powered by an unwilling King Brion.